Breyer, 77 from Maryland, USA asks,
what do Korean teenagers think of North American music videos? Really innocent ones in Korea get banned all the time, so what do they think of more promiscuous ones done by like Beyonce and Lady Gaga? So this is actually really interesting. Back when we were teachers, we don't teach anymore, we had a lesson on music videos in class, and what we would do for that lesson, we would have North American videos and Korean videos and North American videos and Korean videos, and we would teach students how to discuss these videos.
So we talked about all different aspects of the video, like we talked about the plot, we talked about the choreography, the clothing, we talked about the meaning of the lyrics, and we would have like a big discussion about this.
So I taught this lesson every year and to very many students, roughly like a couple thousand or so. So we have a good amount of data on opinions on North American videos.
It's almost as if this person knew that we were gathering data on this subject.
So in my classes, I showed a mix when it came to North American videos of like indie videos and pop videos. So back then I had some Kanye West videos, I had Lady Gaga, as well as some OK Go videos and some Hot Chip. Now I found overwhelmingly that Korean students didn't really like North American music videos. They really liked the OK Go one because it was a running on the treadmill.
Oh, Here Goes Again?
Yes.
Yeah, my students love that one as well.
They found it to be very fun, but it's not like they fawned over the singers in any way.
I also showed them the video, the newest one, where it's like the stop animation video and it was like moving. They like that video a lot too.
Right. So they liked really cool and funky videos in that respect, but when it came to like Kanye West just rapping and like lights blinking everywhere, they were very bored by the whole thing.
Didn't like Kanye either.
I'm sorry, Kanye. You just don't do it. I also showed them a Justice video, the one where they show all the t-shirts, and they found that video cool, but they didn't really like the song all too much. And I also showed them Hot Chip's Boy from School, which was, in my opinion, a totally awesome video, an awesome song, but they were bored out of their minds.
Think about yourself in high school. I think you were into hip hop in high school. If you had watched like an artsy indie video, would you have been interested in it?
Nah.
No, probably not. So
unless there's like booties and hoes, and probably not.
What the? Booties and hoes, mister? Do you mean like a booty for like a kitty? Like a little wapsie, like a wapsie booty? Or what do you mean by booty? Like as in a hose for gardens?
I mean, badonkadonks.
What's a badonkadonk?
38, I can't do this anymore.
Why tell me?
Bums!
you like the bums!
Homeless people!
Homeless people?
Homeless people, yes.
I don't understand. You like homeless
I know,
people
homeless
and
people. That's
tiny
what,
boots
that's what we
knitted.
saw in the hood.
For my students, I actually showed them Justin Timberlake's Cry Me River. I did Lady Gaga. We did a lot of Lady Gaga, like Poker Face, Bad Romance. Justin Bieber, Kanye as well. No one liked it. Everyone was like, wah, wah. Now when it came to some of the indie bands, like I did show OK Go, but I kind of avoided the other stuff like Hot Chip and Justice because I found that the students didn't really relate to them very well. When it came to Justin Timberlake, they liked looking at Justin Timberlake. They think he's really hot and they think he's a great singer, but they actually didn't understand the music video. So it was kind of difficult to discuss like what it means because there's a lot of subtle North American hints as to what's going on in this video,
Like
right?
making a sex tape on a bed.
Yeah, that was difficult
very
to
subtle.
explain to my students.
Yes.
But when she takes her shirt off, my students were like, whoa! And then I realized I probably shouldn't show music videos of girls pulling their shirts off. That would be so banned in Korea. Can you imagine?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Little did Martina know that she committed very many criminal offenses in the classroom by showing everybody pornographic North American music videos.
That's not true. There's nothing wrong with Lady Gaga.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
So speaking of Lady Gaga, the first time I showed Poker Face, and I did not know that there was a weird like Poker Face orgy makeout session that occurs midway through the video. And I was like, oh dear God! And I had to change it really quickly and everyone in class was like, so that went over really badly. But then I showed Bad Romance and I actually loved the music video for Bad Romance. I thought it was really artsy and really powerful. The dancing was really like interpretive, like pounding the floor. But you know the scene at the end where she sets the guy on fire and then she's like standing in front of the bed at this pose? My students burst out laughing. Every single class burst out laughing. They thought it was the funniest thing. So it seems like a lot of things that we might see as like artsy or meaningful,
Right.
the students just thought was goofy looking.
Which is ironic because there's a lot of K-pop stuff that we perhaps find goofy and we might laugh at, but Korean students might not laugh at themselves.
One thing that we both agreed on, and I think all the students agreed on as well, was that the costume choices for the North American music videos, it's pretty shocking for the students. Like, think about Beyonce's Single Ladies.
Right.
There's a lot of thigh in that video. And so a lot of students were like really shocked at that. Or like Lady Gaga's, all of her wardrobe choices.
She looks like a giant Katamari ball.
Some just roll around picking things up. Also Britney Spears, I showed the Toxic video, and there was also a lot of like, you know, dirtiness happening And it's funny
What
because...
kind of dirtiness do you mean?
Okay, well, I'll tell you something very interesting. Normally when I watch Britney Spears making out with some dude in an airplane, I just think like, oh, it's Britney Spears' music video. But ever since I moved to Korea, I found myself like hyper aware of all the sexuality going on in music videos. So while before it wouldn't even faze me, now I'd be like, oh my god, she's making out with that guy, and oh my god, she just groped Tyson whatever on the motorcycle, and oh my god, she just made out with another guy. So I've become like hyper aware of everything.
Thank you, Korea, for teaching us how to be innocent again.
Yes.
For despoiling our foul, dirty minds.
Dirty North American minds. Although North America's not that dirty because we can't show nipples.
I don't know why.
But Europe, you guys show nipples everywhere, right?
Europeans like have nipples everywhere.
Right, like I remember going to Italy with my family and we were all watching TV and we saw a sunscreen commercial with girls running down the beach topless, and all of my family members were like...
Valid question. Say you have a girl and she's wearing a bikini. You could show that on American television. You could also show male nipples on American television.
Okay.
What if you were to CGI a man's nipple on top of a girl's bikini? It would look like an exposed boob.
With hair everywhere.
Well, you wouldn't get a hairy nipple, of course. I'm saying that should be a technicality.
Let's move away from nipples and to Bieber.
Yes.
He's actually quite popular in Korea. Not all my students knew who he was, but the students that did were all like super idol worshipy of him. And it's interesting because they don't think he's a very good dancer. Of course not, because Korean guys,
compared to Korean standards, you don't really cut it.
But they loved watching the music videos that showed him going out on like a date. When they go like bowling, they didn't know what cosmic bowling was. So I had to explain cosmic bowling, I had to explain dating, I had to explain, do they break out into dance on the bowling alley? That usually doesn't happen.
Of course it does.
You know.
Every single bowling alley I've went to, I've broken out into dance.
It's actually pretty hard to stand on the bowling alley. It's really slippery.
Security didn't really take it.
No. So those kind of music videos did actually make it. I think because it's similar to a Korean boy band or girl band video. It's still innocent, but it also has some kind of like North American sass to it.
Right.
Like dating life and culture. But it's not as artsy as like an indie video, and it's not as promiscuous looking as like, let's say, Lady Gaga video. So I think it kind of is like that safe middle ground.
One interesting thing that we've noticed is that a lot of people seem to ask us if Korean pop can make it in North America because they're really concerned about Korean music videos. But then if you think about it inversely, why is it that North American videos don't necessarily become very popular in Korea? Now the answer to that isn't that one country's video is bad or another one is better. It's just that sometimes the cultural sensitivities of that country might not be very open or accepting of that kind of video. And that has nothing to say about the quality of the music or the quality of the video itself. It just doesn't happen to fall well on the target audience. So that's it for this week's TLDR. If you have a question for next TLDR, leave your question in the Google moderator page.
Or check out the questions already asked and you can vote them up or vote them down.
And don't forget to subscribe for more TLDRs.
Yes, and I think that we should go listen to some Justin Bieber.
I think we should go around showing male nipples.
I just need somebody to love.
I think I was off cue by doing the
I
nipple
need
dance.
somebody. I need somebody.